Well, hello everybody. This is Neil with ACP Say So in the Capital Streetscapes department. And today I wanted to make a video that kind of shows you the different things to think about when you're designing your Capital Streetscapes unit. If you're kind of just starting out, this is a good way to kind of put ideas together. And if you're with an HOA or a city, this is a good video to show anybody else who might be involved in that decision-making process. Now, the very first step is you're going to want to determine what size pole you want and what style of pole. We have two options on style of pole. We have fluted poles, like you can see right here, and we have smooth poles, like you can see in this example. They're the same price, so it's really just personal preference. We offer them as well in 3-inch and 4-inch. So that's the first step, to choose the size of pole that you want. And you also want to choose your height. We can do anywhere between 8 feet all the way up to 14 feet. If you're looking for something different than 8 to 14 feet, let me know and we can probably work something out. Now, the next step is you want to determine your installation method. So there's a few different options here. The first one, and this is probably the most popular, what most people do, is just a direct burial, where you get the pole, dig a hole, fill it up with concrete, make a little platform for it to sit on, and it would go about 2 feet underground. So that's the first one, direct burial. Keep in mind, 2 feet are underground, so if you wanted your pole to be 12 feet, for example, you need a 14-foot pole. Second style, and your second option, is what's called an anchor mount, or a floor flange is what we call it. And this bolts directly into the concrete with these 4 bolts that you see there. Your pole slides in, like so, and you tighten these as tight as you can, and that's what holds in your pole. We can do that as an option for you. The only negative to the floor flange option is it does limit your bases. Out of the 7 bases that we offer, there's only 3 that are actually wide enough to fit over the flange. So it does limit your base options a little bit. And the third option is what's called a breakaway system. Now, if you're looking for breakaway posts, I do have that available. It's a little more complicated, and I have a separate video for that. So if that's what you're looking for, let me know and I can send you that. So the next step is you're going to want to choose your finial topper. You need something on top of your pole so no rain or anything like that will get in. We have 4 options. We got the star, the acorn, the ball, and the pine. So all of these 3, star, acorn, ball, are available in 3-inch or 4-inch. The pine is only available in 4-inch. Now the next step is going to be determining what base you want. So I've lined up all of our bases here. Everything on this side of me works with a 3-inch pole. So these are bases designed for 3-inch poles, and everything on this side of me is designed for a 4-inch pole. Now, I mentioned a little earlier, if you get that floor flange option, there's only a few bases that are wide enough to cover it, and that's these 3 right here, base 44, 45, and 46. So if you go that route, we have to go with one of these 3. But these are all of your options for the different styles of bases. So the next step is framing your different styles of street signs. Now, with things like stop signs or pedestrian crossing, do not enter, that type of thing, we have a standard cast aluminum frame that fits around those. But as you can see with street signs, you have a couple different options that I want to show you. Now, the first style is what we call an FR style, short for frame. And what this is these are slide-in signs. So you'll see this is a slide-in frame with a double-sided sign, slides in right at the top, and a set screw holds it in place, then bolted to the pole. Now, the next option is what's called an arm and scroll, like you can see in this example. This is also a double-sided sign that attaches and just hangs below the arm. This is also a good option if you have a custom-sized sign or a custom-shaped sign. These can fit on these rather than in that frame style that you just saw earlier. And our third and final option is what's called an ST style frame. Now, these are going to be our most expensive option, but our most decorative as well. The way that these work is there's 2 single-sided signs. One is attached to the front, the other to the back, and they're actually glued and held for 48 hours and adhere to the sign. So you can see on the back here, this is where we would attach our second sign. It would go in just like that. It would be glued, sit for a couple of days, and then we're good to go. So in conclusion, those are the steps you want to go through when designing your Capital Streetscapes unit. Pick your pole, your installation method, your bases and finials, and how you want to style your different street signs. If you're looking for a quote or you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me with my information listed below.